Stephanie was a bully, a mean, selfish bully. She took whatever she wanted, toys, clothes, even Jessica's boyfriends. Jessica fumed. It wasn't fair. Stephanie would just laugh. A nasty, snorting laugh. It made Jessica's blood boil. One day, Stephanie went too far. She stole Michael, the boy Jessica loved. Jessica cried all night. She wanted revenge. She wished Stephanie would disappear, or better yet, become small and helpless. Then Jessica would be in charge. She would make the rules. Jessica and Stephanie were sisters, but they weren't friends. Stephanie made sure of that. She treated Jessica like a pesky fly, always buzzing around, always annoying. Jessica was tired of it, tired of the teasing, the stealing, the constant cruelty. She wanted a different life, a life where Stephanie wasn't the boss, a life where she, Jessica, had the power. Jessica dreamed of revenge, sweet, sweet revenge, but how? What could she do to a sister who seemed to have no weaknesses? The answer she would soon discover lay in the pages of a forgotten book. The attic was dusty and dark. Cobwebs hung like spooky curtains. Jessica coughed. She hated spiders, but she had to find the book her grandmother told her about, the Book of Magic. She found it hidden in a trunk. Bound in leather, the book was old and heavy. Jessica opened it. Strange symbols and words filled the pages. She shivered. This was powerful magic, dangerous magic. Jessica ran her fingers over the words. She had to be careful. One wrong move and she could be in big trouble, but she was desperate. She had to stop Stephanie. Magic was her only hope. Jessica found the spell. It was called the Shrinking Charm. It could turn anything small, very small, perfect. She gathered the ingredients. A lock of Stephanie's hair, a drop of her blood, and a feather from a blackbird. She chanted the words, her voice trembling. The air crackled with energy. The charm glowed, then pulsed with a blinding light. Jessica shielded her eyes. She held her breath. Had it worked? A high-pitched scream pierced the air. It was Stephanie, but her voice sounded different, smaller. Jessica's heart raced. She ran to Stephanie's room. The crib was empty. Stephanie was gone. Then Jessica heard it, a soft whimpering coming from inside the crib. She peered over the railing. There, lying on the soft blankets, was a baby. The baby had Stephanie's blonde curls and blue eyes, but it was tiny, helpless. Stephanie was a baby. Jessica gasped. The spell had worked. She felt a surge of triumph. Stephanie opened her eyes. They were wide with confusion and fear. Then she started to cry, loud, angry cries. Jessica smiled. This was even better than she imagined. Section 6. A Baby's World. Jessica had transformed Stephanie's room. Gone were the posters and makeup. In their place were teddy bears, mobiles, and a rocking chair. It was a baby's world now, and Jessica was in control. She picked up the crying baby. Stephanie struggled in her arms, but she was too small, too weak. Jessica patted her back. There, there, little Stephanie, she cooed. Big sister's here now. Stephanie stared up at her with tear-filled eyes. She gurgled and reached out a tiny hand. Jessica smiled. This was going to be fun. Section 7. Rules and Rattles. Jessica made a list of rules. Baby Stephanie had to follow them. No more late nights, no more junk food, and definitely no more stealing boyfriends. Jessica would decide everything. She fed Stephanie mashed bananas. She changed her diaper. She even sang her lullabies. But it wasn't out of kindness. It was a way to control her, to remind her who was boss. Stephanie would learn. She would learn that Jessica was the powerful one now, and there was nothing she could do about it. Section 8. A Gurgling Prisoner. Stephanie cried a lot. She missed her old life, her freedom, her power, but it was gone, taken away by a single spell. Now she was trapped, a prisoner in a baby's body. She tried to talk, to tell Jessica how she felt, but all that came out were gurgles and babbles. Jessica just laughed. It was the sound of victory. Stephanie felt a surge of anger. It was a familiar feeling, but this time it was mixed with something else. Fear. She was completely at Jessica's mercy, and that was a terrifying thought. Section 9. Jessica's Triumph. Jessica watched Stephanie. She enjoyed seeing her so helpless. It was a strange feeling, but a good one. She had all the power now, and she wasn't afraid to use it. Stephanie was just a baby, a cute, cuddly toy. Jessica could dress her up, play with her, even ignore her if she wanted to. The possibilities were endless. This was her revenge, sweet, sweet revenge. And it was just the beginning.